Welcome again back to Let's Play Pokemon Violet Blind. Stupid updates. It's like, oh, it's got an update, so it reset, so I was like, I have to start recording again. Granted, it was only like a minute at most, but still tedious. I will do this to sync up the audio in 3, 2, 1. Trouble with Pokemon, is they don't have voice acting in the games, which is usually how I'm able to sync up the audio, but because there's no voice acting, it makes it harder to pinpoint when the video syncs up with the audio, because I'm recording the commentary separately at the same time. As you saw there, it's 6 in the morning. So I thought I might as well get this out of the way now, because I just put it on hold otherwise. So previously on our adventures with this game, the honeymoon period ended. We're not filing for divorce though. Just we had a bit of a falling out with, the whole having to pay thing, And I've never really been, well, has anyone ever been keen on the idea of paying for online features in consoles? I don't think so. I mean, if that's something that people actually like, it's like, yes, I would love to give more money for stuff that should be accessible. Then I don't know, man. That's kind of odd. But what was I gonna say? God damn it! Lost my train of thought. Tried to retrace it in my mind. It's like rewind. Oh yeah, it's like, I don't use the online stuff on, PlayStation either. But I feel a lot more, I don't know, I feel like there's a bit more to it with the PlayStation than there is with Nintendo. At least because I've got more experience, with using PlayStation. It's like, I mean, I've played Nintendo games since I was a kid. I owned a Super Nintendo back in the day. Kind of skipped over the Nintendo 64. I did briefly sort of own one at one point later on, but it was more my brother's and he eventually sold it. But I did get the GameCube. That was one of my favorite consoles back in the day, even though I didn't really have that many games with it. Pokemon Coliseum, Super Mario Sunshine. It's like, what more do you need? And of course Super Mario, Mario Kart Double Dash, that was a good one too. And of course Wind Waker. But, when it comes to buying stuff via, the store and all that, I'm more used to PlayStation. So like when it comes to Nintendo, I'm like, I don't know, man, you shut down the store for the freaking Wii and the handheld console 3DS, I'm pretty sure no longer has it either, so I'm like, how can I trust you to give money for a service that you might just make inaccessible at a later point? There's a bit more of a trust issue there for me when it comes to Nintendo. But enough talk of their bullshit practices of modern gaming. We got places to go and places to be and all that. When night falls, upon the shady ghostly Pokemon appear above. Why do you think they come? Because it's nighttime and everyone knows that's when the ghosts come out. It's kind of stupid when you really think about it. It's like, so why can't ghosts come out during the daytime? Because, I don't know, maybe they're, they're like vampires, they love the night. Or maybe they're like me in two ways. One, prefer the night, and two, not as many people around at night, so it's like, we finally get some time to chill. I scream, you scream, even if you sing that, I'm not buying you anything. He's obviously wants ice cream, but you know, you could just have his like, I need a subscription, ma'am. I want to trade Pokemon. It's like, no, we cannot afford that. The food here is really yummy. It's like everywhere else. Everything's fresh and wriggly, kind of like me. Wriggly? What? Is the food alive here? It's like, okay. We just, actually, what's, do we even have a caterpillar-like bug Pokemon in this region? God damn it. Every time with this controller, I always get X and Y mixed up. In fact, wasn't that a name of one of the Pokemon games? X and Y? And isn't the recent Legends one based in that region, I think? Or was it the other region that came before? I don't know, I kind of skipped through Gen 5, 6, and 8. But is there like the equivalent of a caterpillar Pokemon in this region? Whooper. Well, whatever, I just picture that they put Caterpie in their food. That's why it's wriggly. Render comes from marinating. Oh, when you soak food like meat or fish in lemon juice or vinegar sauce, it's delish. Come on up, stop on by. All our goods are fresher than fresh. Anything catch your eye? How can someone be fresher than fresh? So this is the market then. Shiny stone, yours for a bargain. Nest balls, you want them, we got them. Lemonades. Beach time. Nobody's at these stalls though. Welcome and welcome. Are they fresher than fresh? Wait, you're outdoors now as well? So yeah, we kind of skipped over the whole having a building here. Not that we really put it to much use to begin with, you know. A lot of us being incapable of entering the majority of buildings in this game. It's like whenever I see that Legends game, Legends, whatever it was called, the new one, it just, I don't know. It's like because I haven't played it, so I can't really give much thoughts on it, but my impressions of it just, it looks kind of, yeah, look at that, look how slow that was in the background. It's like this game may be janky as all hell, but at least it's got color to it. It feels like the new Legends game is basically just a city, and it's a very kind of has a generic look to it. I don't know. Anyone else feel that way? I say this, but nobody ever replies to my questions anyway. When I was younger, I got into my fair share of bidding wars and brawls both. I was a real spitfire. Back in my day, you know, when you bought a game, that was it. You got the game. You didn't have to pay for any additional features. It really just feels so backwards to me. I was like, when I played Sun and Moon, I was so impressed because I hadn't played a modern Pokemon game since, you know, Gen 4. And seeing the ability to trade with other players, even battle other players online and all that, without having to rely on someone else to trade with, or as I often did, it's like, okay, link up my GameCube to my Game Boy Advance. We're doing the trade this way. It's like I remember trying to get all the Johto Pokemon that way, but you know, there's just no way you can get all the Johto Pokemon. I was like, God damn it! You can't find all the Johto Pokemon in those games. It's a pain in the ass. The trouble with each, you know, generation. Then it goes to the DS, and it's like it's not backwards compatible. You could transfer your Game Boy Advance ones in Gen 4, but you couldn't trade them back, which makes sense, but still it kind of makes things a bit finicky when it comes to that. But the point is, you know, Sun and Moon is like, oh, this is great. And then they're like, now you gotta pay for that feature. And I'm like, yeah. The jank I could deal with, but not that. Swinging down on a beach when we hit seeing Pokemon. So we could fly back. Oh, what was that? There's a bit of lag here. Well, obviously it's not surprising, but still. The swing of life around here, isn't it? Yeah, you can totally tell about people walking around in circles. I mean, can you imagine a video game that's got a realistic amount of population? There's like loads of people walking everywhere and then not just repeating. That would probably destroy just crash the game instantly, especially on the freaking Switch. Probably wouldn't even start up. It's like anyone, well, you know, refer to what I said earlier, you know. Nobody ever replies to any of my questions, but I've got to ask it anyway. But does anyone actually own the Switch 2, and how is it compared to the Switch 1? And that's a dumb fact. It's like, cause how is it compared? Is it that much stronger than the original Switch? Cause it just kind of feels like it's just the Switch, but slightly bigger and maybe got a bit more power source. It just seems like such a weird decision on Nintendo's part to be like, okay, our next console is going to be basically the same. So that for maybe another decade, we will be kind of behind the times as our competition, you know, is ahead by 2 generations or so. And also, I noticed that that Pokemon, that slightly bigger one, is actually the evolved form of those. I didn't realize that until, you know, I noticed the name being different. Cascarrafa. Hey, what does Cascarrafa mean? That's all I can think about recently. Use some acrobatics on your sand. Masculine. About bug type, isn't this? Yay. Can you imagine if you played these games like these NPCs you battle? You just have a Pokemon that is just never like gains any XP or anything. I mean, there are people who do those challenges, you know. But I wonder if you just like that guy's Pokemon there. He had Sandygast and a what was it called, Masquerade or whatever the hell it was called. You just have those 2 Pokemon at an exact level, exact same move pool, and try to beat the game with just that. Would it even be possible? I doubt it. I mean, some people manage to do it, but when I see people doing that, it's usually with the older games, where there's more exploitable glitches and stuff. Well, no, maybe it's a Royal Casserole. By the way, Cascarrafa Lake is slid off, but you won't get very far if you can't swim. What the hell is all that over there? It's like I'm getting sidetracked again. Should I try to get my revenge on that little bastards? They knocked that Flittle, if I recall. Oh god. Taurus over there. So let's try it with Vinny. What? Fluffy? Kind of wait, I don't have a Fluffy, what? Pretty sure I don't. Oh god, I'm being assaulted. Hopefully they despawn by the time I exit the menu. Let's see one. Because I've got a Mari, but I don't think I have Fluffy. Yeah, just be with you in a second. Just trying to get the perk attacks, you see. Just gotta confirm it all. I would have thought Mari would be a bit further, well, earlier in the Pokédex entry, considering you encountered it pretty early on. Yeah, there he is. So I haven't caught Fluffy yet. Wait, yep. Change of plans. I see you have a buddy over there. I cannot do this. You on the other hand, you have no buddies. It's like, but those Fluffies are my buddies. And those Tauros are my paid bodyguards. Forgot about that. You know, it doesn't tend to work very well against grass types. You do some kind of immunity. Just gonna have to hope it doesn't one shot. That's the move you tried to, well, succeeded in destroying Little Idiot last. But not today. Well, shit, that's unexpected. Combat's so slow. Wait, what was that? That one's got a dual type. Is that the legendary water dual type? Was it dual type of water in this version of fire? I think it is though. I see the water symbol. I think on its face. I'm not 100% sure on that though. Autumn form. Deerling have different scents depending on the season. In this form, Deerling have a softly sweet scent that lingers in the nose. Gotta be careful when we exit this menu. Okay. Just being pulverized by a bunch of Tauros. Nothing to see here. Just wait for them to charge again and then we get out of here. They know they cannot assault me when I have the menu open. It's against the rules. All video game enemies know this to be true. You cannot attack the player when they have a menu open. Can't tell which one of them is the water type. If there even was one to begin with, I am amongst them. It's like, you better not attack me. Oh, but you will. It's like, easy now. This is a picnic zone. Be sure not to eat your apple, Pokemon, because it's on a picnic table after all. Put some ingredients on the tube at the Porto Marinada store. Buckets. But I got more than I could eat, so have some for yourself. Picking with your friends at all, playing lots of communities, you can whip up some pretty wild sandwiches. It's fun, but it doesn't really accomplish much because you don't use the abilities. For now though, you'll have to take a breather. It's rough going around these parts. It's like you set up freaking camp in a sense, I guess, next to a freaking Tauros breeding grounds, clearly. And that must be pretty violent. It's like you don't want to be around a freaking Tauros during breeding season. There you go, seems like you've got a nice rest. Good luck on your adventure. Try not to get assaulted by, you know, Tauros. Tauros will Tauros your ass. Hey, it's the Minecraft Pokemon. And it's shiny as well. Meaning it's not actually shiny, it's in Tera. Just slowly as there we go. It's like, no! You have entered my bubble, I must kill you. Oh, that looks like it's a ghost. Spooky ghost duel time. What's that thing called in Minecraft? The kind of floating ghost-like thing. I'm not sure what it's called. See. Ow. See. Good job. Wait, is it still in... oh, it knocked itself out. It's like, I'd rather die. Well, we got some LP out of it at least. Wait, is that a Chansey? Chansey. Fancy seeing you around these parts. Hopefully me going through this doesn't despawn your ass. I'm pretty sure I've not caught a Chansey. Does it not show any other picture for me? We got summer. There's winter. Even though we haven't caught winter, it's probably one play for headbutt don't well, it has headbutts hidden under its flowers, so the headbutts are a little painful. So we haven't encountered the spring fall yet, though. That chance is probably long gone, isn't it? Well, that's what happens when you check the Pokédex to confirm the obvious. I haven't caught a Chansey yet, and I lost my Chansey. Wop 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 wop. Really should be heading back to the city, you know. Shame about that, you know, not getting that Chansey, but I'm gonna have a look around here just to see if it'll spawn back in. But I have my doubts. That Chansey better not be super rare, otherwise I wouldn't know it there. Shame I won't be able to freaking complete the Pokédex in this game anyway, because stupid freaking online features are paid for. God knows how much it actually costs as well. I hate subscriptions that are paid. I mean, we could have just literally just flown back to the city, but you know, I tend to travel instead. The Great Crater of Paldea. Why is the Great Crater of Paldea off limits though? Probably some shady research going down, I suspect. The team. Oh wait, this is not gonna be effective at all. Still work though. Good job. These Pokemaniacs always use Pokemon like that, don't they? Guess if a kid can beat me, I'm better off not going anywhere dangerous. You know, Pokemon that are somewhat rare that you don't really see very often. And the deaths of the Great Crater of Paldea are defended by super powerful god. Now we encounter this Guardian and it looks like, you know, the Geek Guardian from Yu-Gi-Oh! It's like, well, that seems a bit suspicious. Man, can you imagine something like that? It'd be pretty ironic. Ironic in the sense that, you know, Nintendo are kind of, well, it's not really that they were going after the game for, the resemblance, it was more, they went with features and shit like that, but you know what I'm talking about, right? It'd be a little ironic if they had something resembling something from another game, or, you know, in case of Yu-Gi-Oh! Franchise like that. It's like, that looks a bit sus. How the hell did I not get this one out? Two whole decades is how long it took me to get back here. I've got 20 years of studies at the academy under my belt. And you're clearly gonna demonstrate that you clearly never attended. Wait. This Pokemon's literally level 20, so does that mean he gained 1 level per year? It's like, hey, I was very slow with training my Pokemon, okay? I got it at level 1. It's been 20 years. I can max it out if I live to 100. What's up with the freaking legs? Look how tiny his legs look compared to the rest of his body as wheels. That's steel type, right? €20 for this. I was so short on credits I had to take a 20th year next time I graduated. How the wait? So you've been at the academy for 20 years. You haven't graduated. How old are you anyway? I'm gonna say he's in his 40s. It's like, no, actually, I'm 72 years old. It's like, how are you 72 years old? Whoa, those, whatever those Pokemon were, they're gone now. That's not good enough, I see. They're always facing the opposite direction that I show up at. So foolish, so careless of them. What if someone assassinates them? Man, can you imagine a Pokemon game that starts off like any old Pokemon game, but then it takes the darkest route you could possibly maybe not the darkest dark, but you know, basically a bunch of people just get killed casually by like the villains that are straight up terrorists or something like that. That would be like, holy shit, that was so out of left field. Very controversial decision there, to have the villains actually, you know, kill a bunch of people. It's like, not the Pokemon Center lady. So I guess we're gonna be battling here, right? What is the darkest Pokemon game anyway? Like in terms of tone? It's like I've heard praise to Gen 5, which I've never played. That one might have darkish tone to it, I guess. You know, Colosseum did kind of have a bit more of a darker vibe to it, but it's still relatively tame, you know? Still kind of wild how Pokemon Colosseum was technically the first Pokemon game I ever played. Because I didn't own any of the ones on the Game Boy back in the day until after I got a GameCube. Anyway, I heard you reunited Kofu as well. Sorry it took me so long to actually acknowledge you were standing there. I can't thank you enough, though this is a little irregular. Please consider your gym test passed. Are you ready to challenge Gym Leader Kofu, the Surgeon Chef? Very well, allow me to show you to the battle course. I mean, I was already there, but you know, we had to make the gym have some use as a reception area, you know? So why did they even bother? They should just had it outdoors like the Pokemon Center if they were just gonna be like this, you know? Woo! I'm the gym leader. It's like, no, you're not the gym leader. Oh my god, the playlist, come on! I'd be honored if you could try a new item from my restaurant's menu as well. Sorry everyone, I've got some business to take care of with gym leader. Real good night. I'm keeping someone waiting, you see. Please forgive me, I need to do this first. I'll try. I heard he recently lost his wallet. We could mug him and he'd think that he just lost it again. Hey, step right up, I'll be waiting for you. Thanks for the help over in Porto Marinada. You did a mighty fine job. I've got the craziest look on my face, and isn't it strange? It's like he's got some kind of shaving foam that is his eyebrows and his beard, and then he's got some kind of weird bat-like shaped thing for hair. I mean, you'd think maybe that's his eyebrows, but I don't know. Maybe he's actually he's just covered in like some kind of cream you put on like a dessert or something. He's that obsessed with cooking that he's like, I am the... I don't know. I don't know how this one's gonna play out. 34 minutes in, so he's probably not gonna be in the default thumbnail if this ends up being the case, isn't this? Like, yes, you know, it's not part of the default thumbnail. Maybe that's for the best. Last gym leader we battled, that was, you know, in the thumbnail. Still, to this day, 0 views for the battle against Iono. And now that I've got that legendary seaweed, I can make some real quality dishes with this. I don't expect to go easy on the Iono battle here. What's his dual type Pokemon gonna be at the end of all his... wow, how many Pokemon he's got. In auction we battle, we buy and sell it, and by gym we battle in a more traditional sense. Moves and tactics ever changing as the raging sea. I must serve you a full course of water-type Pokemon. Don't try to eat them, though. Why would I? Then he just sends out a freaking Magikarp. He's like, oh, you defeated my Magikarp. Now you won't be prepared for this one. This is a Magikarp that knows thrash. Oh, that's why we send Veluza. It's a Pokemon. I've never seen this. I will admit in that to you, but don't expect to go easy on you just collapse. Gonna break the molds. Oh shit, he's got range. Guess I shouldn't be too surprised. Wug Trio. A Wug Trio. They're obviously the Doug Trio look-alike. But are they water-type Hummels? Is the question. Because I can't tell just looking at that. It's like, what is that? It looks like it could be, I don't know what type. But it's obviously a type I'd be effective against. I assume it's water type, but you know it's kind of even water and ground types, maybe both. So that would be doubly effective actually. I'm actually going to send out Talonflame, even though that's not the best idea. Wait, no. It's evolved form, right? So it's an ice type. Maybe we'd give Drednaw a shot. I think I'm getting my typings mixed up. Has been mine. Eyes ebb and flow. It's time for a raging Trino search. Wait, is this his last Pokemon? It is, so it's not even going to be the same type. It's going to evolve into a different type. Gonna get a counter going instead. Prepare the rigging for a big transformation. My Pokemon's gotta rock the boat. So how come Iono, I'm pretty sure she had 4 Pokemon and this guy only has 3? And yet Iono's not as strong? Very inconsistent. I forget what that symbolizes. Ba, ba, ba. Yeah, it failed because you were just so good at dodging. One old man, Kofu special coming right up. I'm on the tide, will get swept away by the second ship. Right back at you, bitch! It's like, oh, my own power used against me. That could have gone south, but that counter really looked that bad. Walton Veluza, you're unlively, why not, sir? I'll leave you lively if I do say so myself. Gonna have to put you down. And then put you on the menu. It's like, yes, Kofu is all about every cuisine, including cannibalism. What? Molly's evolving? At last, our starter is finally going to be fully evolved. What happened to my face? It's, you know what? It really is. It's kind of like Litten all over again. It's like, okay, first form, cute little kitten, and then it evolves into a wrestler. It feels like this could be a wrestler. It's like, this is my wrestler mask. I don't know. Congratulations, your Molly evolved into Meowscarada. which I'm gonna have to... gonna probably have trouble remembering the name, because I'm giving them the nickname Molly. Condition Pokemon, Grass, Dark type. With skillful misdirection, it rigs foes with pole-impact snowballs. Cascarrafa sets off the bombs before its foes realize what's going on. So it's a bit of, well, it's kind of in the name, sort of. It's got that masquerade vibe to it. Height 4.11, weighs 68.8 pounds. You're the star of the masquerade, you gotta learn a flower trick. Whatever that does, I'll check it now. Always lands. It never misses and lands a critical hit always? That's pretty OP. I can see why it only has 10 PP. Because that's a bit overkill, isn't it? Well, I don't really use home clothes all that much. Lost is refreshing as the air after morning knocked. I'm just like a helpless little Magikarp you, flopping around all willy-nilly. It's not flopping, it's splashing. You got to be good, I tell you, what a great catch you are. Now I'm gonna shove you on the grill. Just like a master fisher, you held on tight to the last second and reeled in victory. Now it's time to hand over to Gym Badge here. Let's get a real good photo together using the pose I've been wanting to try for a while now. He's like, okay, from this perspective, it looks like you're holding me in your hands. With 4 gym badges in your possession, Pokemon of up to level 40 will be easier to catch and listen to you when you ask no questions. Maybe throw this into as an extra special bonus, and here you can make use of it. The way they kind of, try, it's like, I'm butchering any semblance of a Scottish accent there, obviously. But anytime they, spell it out, they always have, kin, instead of can. And it just makes me think back to freaking Final Fantasy 9 with those, what were they called? Were they dwarfs or something else? And they were like, Rallio? And every time I'd read their dialogue, it ended up slipping into that accent. It's like when I was voicing Vivi, it's like, I ended up giving him a bit of a Scottish accent randomly as well. Oh, some semblance of a Scottish accent that's not really a Scottish accent, if that makes sense. We've got chilling water. Alrighty, it's about time I headed on back to my restaurant and got to prepping for the next wave. Come back to see me again now, yeah? It's like our next big wave is a wave of anxiety. Oh, Emily May, hola. Bitchola. Caught you just as you finished up in here, huh? Nice work. That puts you 4 badges in now, right? Man, that's awesome. I can't believe you're halfway through your gym journey already. Your efforts are bearing so much. Freaked so quickly. I was in the thumbnail on one of those parts, back when you went to Lavincia, wherever the hell. That 2-parter, where you battled me before the gym leader, and then you battled Iono. Both of those parts, still 0 views to this day. How about that? Makes me want to just challenge you to a battle right here, right now. But I'm gonna have to wait. That's how I put together my team of Pokemon specifically to take on the gym. Thanks. And a battle you all want to do it under the best possible conditions. Maybe this time, I've got to ask for a ring check. No pun intended, with it being the water gym and all. God, this is the worst time it ever. Sorry, Abby. Forgive me, forgive me! You can claim her walls. Which you can make out a TAM machine of the update. Congratulations, you're now certified by the Cascarrafa. What I find weird is Artisan, we can redo that Sunflower minigame, but there's no real other minigames in any of the other ones. Unless maybe you could do that one in the bug area. I forget what that one was called. But you know, you can't be like, oh, redo the challenge of, you know, bidding on the auction. But like, no, you ain't taking any more of my money.